Hey everyone, it's your girl Jossie, aka J Renee, back at another video. And I know it's been a while, but your girl is back and I have so much to share. I realized that I have never shown you guys what it's like living here in Milan as a fashion student from the US, okay? And I wanted to share that with you guys this time around because I have a lot to share and it's been like a journey and I love it. And I just want you guys to see what it's really like and like maybe inspire someone to do it themselves. So stay tuned. I'll have a lot of long form and short form videos about what it's like here, what I've been doing, some activities I've gotten into and things like that, just how it is as a student and things like that. So if you want to stay tuned, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned because you're in for a treat. So as you saw, we had to take 2 planes. We took one from Baltimore to New York and then one from New York to Milan, and we flew into Malpensa Airport, and then we got settled in at our hotel, which we had a driver from the airport to the hotel because we had so many bags. I had my parents pack like so much of my stuff for me because I just can't live without. Like, I'm not a person who can just live without things that I need. And so the first few days we had settled in. Well, I was trying to get myself settled in. Like, we had to, of course, they stayed at the hotel because I didn't have my keys to my apartment yet. And so, like, we spent the first 3 days trying to figure that out and trying to get there. I didn't get my keys till the 3rd day, so I don't know how some people just like move from one city to the next without like something in between. Like, we needed a hotel, you know. So that first day, we're walking around just to see the sights and get all of my papers done with my permit of stay, my permesso di soggiorno, as they say, and just making sure that everything was intact. Sending everything to the post office like right off rip because I didn't want to have any more issues. And so I had everything that day. And that's all we could do that first day. After that, we went out the next day. We had breakfast at the hotel, which wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. They had a lot of variety of stuff. And we went out for the day just to see the sights and to get all my paperwork done and to see where my school was. I did want to see where the school was and how like far it would be from my apartment and things like that. So we finally made it to my apartment. I think this is day 3. We made it to my room. It's a lot bigger than expected. I'm so glad it's like actual space in here. Comes with some drawers, this big old dresser. Like, can I reach or what? But that was on the picture. I just didn't know how to open. But like all this room, y'all know me and I love clothes. Okay, they knew where we was at, period. We had a bidet, period. You know, nightstand, cute little stuff, bed, low to the floor. I want to like hike it up. I don't know how, but we're gonna figure it out. My cute little desk, and outside, and there's another thing over here. We love. We're gonna be packed up, and then I'll show you the end result. So we just took more of a tour. This was the bathroom. It had this big old mirror in there, but the shower was like super small, literally a square. Just have to live with that. But we were on our way just to do some more exploring or get more settled in. I can't remember. I think we were still doing some paperwork stuff, but that was okay. We eventually like got lost. We started walking around, not really understanding where to go, what to do. But it was nice to see the city, like, you know, exploring with my parents was really nice because first of all, I didn't even know where I was going. So the fact that looking back, like these streets I pass by like every day. Like, I know Milan like the back of my hand now because I have to walk the city often. I'm like, oh, I know all these places now like by heart. But we finally made it to my school. It was really cool because all the classes had names of famous brands and fashion houses, and that was like, it felt elite, you know. And the school was nice. It's small, but it's like, it's really nice in there, and everything was put together, and it was like a nice school. I had a meeting with Francesca. She's like head of recruitment, and then I went to the other lab, which is another room, but it's another building that we had to walk to, and just to see where I'd be like, you know, sewing up everything. And that was really cool in there as well. And then, you know, my parents and I just kept walking around just seeing what to see. I think this was about day 4, and it was time to actually, you know, go see some stuff.
We on adventures in Milan. More adventures. We went up, down, around about the city for real.
In the span of like one whole week, we probably walked about 1,000,000 steps, I'll be honest with you. It was important for us to know like the lay of the land, or me to know the lay of the land, and to know how to get around on the trams and buses and everything like that. And after a while, you kind of just get used to it. And so this day, we finally, got all of our paperwork together and we could enjoy Milan. So we went out, we went to go to the Duomo, went to see the big cathedral that everybody knows and loves in Milan, went downtown and to the heart of the city. And we finally saw this big old cathedral. Like, it was literally huge. Like, it was so grand. And every time I pass by it now, I'm like, oh yeah, it's the Duomo. But like, seeing it for the first time, I remember seeing it for the first time, it was like, wow, this thing is huge. Like, there's nothing like it. It's just amazing. And so it was really good to see. We walked around a lot. We got some gelato, of course. If you go to Milan and don't get, if you go to Italy and don't get gelato, like, there's something wrong with you. But it's so good. And I think we had one every day we were there, a cone. We went next door to the Duomo Museum, which was free. So we just walked around and saw the sites that we needed to see, and, just explore the city as tourists do, because that's exactly what we are. Saw some good artwork, saw some cool statues and old paintings and buildings and all that good stuff that you do at museums in a historical city. So that was really fun to do, and I'm glad that we actually could do that. Like, I could, have my parents there and they could actually see Milan. And this is when I started to love the city so much, because I'm like, look at all of this stuff. It's like, it's full of life, full of art, full of culture, and I love it there. And I love it here, actually. I still do. And so even the next day, we went out again to go back window shopping at all of the other stores that they had in the Duomo area, just to see, like, there's like a whole like outlet of mall type things, and it was just like a lot, but it was cool to see. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of shopping to do, if you wanted to get your shopping on, this is the place to go. If you've never been there, like, you'll find everything you need, I'll tell you that. Yeah, it was just really cool to see everything and to experience, a different way of how people live and like what people see every day. Like, this is my new normal, which was a lot different from my old normal, because I don't see all this all the time. I don't see a bunch of people just, tourists just from other countries speaking a whole nother language that I don't speak. So also, we had to do some shopping for my room. We went to like Casanova. We went to like some small shops that had like household stuff. And, after a day's work, we go to eat. And we ate at this place called Combo, which was actually pretty good. They also had a co-working space. And so our days are coming to an end, because my parents were staying for 1 week, like 7 days exactly. And so I think the second to last day, we did go to Lake Como, and that was really nice. We went up in the morning. We got a tour bus to Lake Como, which was really nice, and I have a video on that. So if you want to see that, go to my page and you will find the reel of Lake Como in my shorts. As I'm with my parents all week, I wanted to make sure I knew how the public transportation works. So this is us trying the metro for the first time, because I didn't want to do it by myself for the first time. After they left, I'm like, okay, well, I have people, and it was so many people. I was overwhelmed because I don't do public transportation back at home. We live in the suburbs. What metro am I gonna take? So this was me trying to do it for the first time, and it was okay, but now I knew exactly what to do. And then we had to go shopping for food, and shopping in another language is the worst thing. And it took me like maybe like 3 to 6 months for me to actually know what I'm getting, know what I'm looking for and everything. So there was that. And then we also wanted to do some shopping so they could have some things when they got home. So we bought some bags, some leather goods, because, it's Italy, right? Taking in all of the graffiti that was all around. And that was like my first week in Milan. And then I think the next day my parents had to leave. So that was really sad. And I saw them a year later when I finally came home. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.